As Tuesday, November 5th draws near, Anoka County is preparing for this year's elections with new voting equipment. The county recently bought new vote counting machines that will be used for the first time on Election Day. Intern reporter Jason Karras has more.
Election Day will soon be upon us. Over the next few weeks, Anoka County residents will be making their voting decisions for the 2013 municipal and school district elections. New voting machines will be installed at the precincts to make this process much simpler for all parties involved.
We bought new equipment because the last equipment that we bought was purchased in 1999. We used it first in the year 2000. The older equipment, while it was still accurate when it worked, there were several units that just didn't work anymore.
The new equipment may not seem like much of a time saver to people at the polls. However, Cindy tells us there are several administrative benefits as well as some added perks for absentee voters.
One advantage with the new system is that we will be able to process absentee ballots using what we call a central count machine. In 2012, we had 13,991 absentee ballots, which we fed through about 10 ballot counters. It took us days and days and days. Now we have what's called a central count machine where we can put all of the absentee ballots into a hopper. It counts them very quickly, outstacks any mistakes or any errors that we might have to look at and adjudicate, and then also it reports the precinct results by precinct. So we expect to be able to count most of our absentee ballots in about a day rather than 5.
Cost estimates for the new voting system are around $1.3 million, and funding was a joint venture from grant money and community partnerships.
The funding comes from, we had some money left over from a grant, and that was about $310,000. Then also the cities and school districts and Anoka County are all partnering in paying for not just the capital cost, but also the operating cost.
Okay. Although it isn't a presidential election year, the arrival of the new machines came at the perfect time. Anoka County trains all election judges and has trained approximately 310 people in 2 weeks' time. This will give them hands-on experience in troubleshooting techniques.
One of the things that we're really pleased about is that we were able to purchase this in 2013. You know, next year we've got the big gubernatorial election. We'll have a big voter turnout, a lot of election judges that we'll need to train all at once. By purchasing in 2013, it gave us an opportunity to really get to know the equipment, redo all of our training materials, our precinct instructions, and we can do this all on a little bit slower or smaller scale so that we're able to really get to know this well before next year.
Rest assured, this will not mean the end of the paper ballot in the state of Minnesota. The state will continue to use them for most elections. However, the overall process will be smoother for voters and judges alike, as Cindy demonstrated.
So this is the new equipment. Obviously, we've got a very large message screen. The old equipment had a screen that was just about this big, very tiny. So voters will be able to see, you can see this when you walk up to it, it says, "Welcome, please insert your ballot." Ballots can go in any orientation, backwards, forwards, upside down, tail first, etc. I'm just going to put this one in upside down. Place it in there. It says it's scanning it. You'll see a little clock go around to let you know that it's thinking. And plunk it goes. Thank you for voting. Your ballot has been counted.
Anoka County hopes the new equipment will encourage voters to get to the polls this election season. As always, election judges will be on hand should any problems arise.
Now, if a voter should do something like overvote a race, maybe you're only allowed 2 and you vote for 3 in the race, there will be a message screen that comes up that the voter can make a choice as to whether they want to cast their ballot with their mistakes or return it so they can get a new one. And of course, election judges will be standing very nearby, about 6 feet away from the machine, to watch for those error messages and assist the voters when they come up.
For North Metro TV, Jason Karras reporting.
Cindy says the 140 machines are up and running and ready for voters to hit the polls. Anoka County is offering public demonstrations of the equipment up until Election Day. For more information about the new voting equipment, head to our website at northmetrotv.com and click on News.